Cowboys Nation, brace yourselves, because we are witnessing one of the biggest, most electric, and absolutely jaw-dropping developments of the NFL offseason. And it's happening right here in Dallas. The Dallas Cowboys have made a monumental move by signing none other than the Cleveland Browns star running back, Nick Chubb, a player widely regarded as one of the most powerful and consistent backs in recent football history, and now he's officially a Dallas Cowboy, a move that not only changes dynamics of the Cowboys' offensive strategy but also shakes up the entire balance of power in the NFC and possibly across the NFL landscape as a whole. And let me tell you, this is not your average offseason signing. This is a franchise-shifting acquisition that signals loud and clear to the rest of the league that Jerry Jones and the Cowboys are done playing it safe. They are making moves, making statements, and going all in on a 2025 campaign that is shaping up to be one for the books. So let's talk about how we got here, why this move matters, and what this means not just for the Cowboys, but for football fans across the country who now have every reason to keep their eyes glued to what's happening in Dallas. Because Nick Chubb is not just another free agent pickup. This is a warrior, a leader, and a playmaker with years of experience under his belt and a chip on his shoulder. And he's arriving in Dallas with something to prove and everything to gain. And if you're a fan of this or just a fan of football, you better understand that the Cowboys didn't just sign a player, they signed a mentality, a mindset, a throwback to the kind of ground and pound, no-nonsense football that wins championships. And let's not forget who Nick Chubb is and what he brings to the table, because this man has been nothing short of spectacular ever since he entered the league. A second-round draft pick who silenced all doubters by grinding out yards, week after week, season after season. Putting up monster stats even when his team struggled, carrying the Browns' offense at times single-handedly, and doing it all with humility, professionalism, and a level of consistency that is incredibly rare in today's NFL. And now, after years of loyal service to Cleveland, he finds himself donning the star on his helmet and getting ready to run behind a Dallas offensive line that, when healthy, is among the most formidable in the league. And let's just pause and think about that for a second. Because Chubb running behind a line anchored by Tyler Smith and Zach Martin, assuming they're both good to go, could be an absolute nightmare for opposing defenses. And you better believe that's exactly what the Cowboys are banking on, especially after a 2024 season that left many fans frustrated with the inconsistency in the run game and the lack of a true identity when it mattered most, particularly in the postseason where Dallas once again failed to make the deep playoff push. Fans have been thing for nearly 3 decades, and that's exactly why this move matters so much, because Nick Chubb doesn't just bring talent, he brings hope, he brings belief. He brings a toughness and resilience that has been missing from this roster. And let's face it, while Tony Pollard gave us some exciting moments, he never really became that bell cow back we needed in big games. And with him now out of the picture, the backfield was left in a state of limbo, filled with question marks about Rico Dowdle, about Deuce Vaughn, and about whether the Cowboys would draft someone or look to the free agent market. And now we have our answer, and it's a bold one. Nick Chubb, a 4-time Pro Bowler with over 6,800 rushing yards, 50-plus touchdowns, and an average of over 5 yards per carry throughout his career, a back who has punished defenders, broken tackles, and turned 3-yard runs into 10-yard gains with sheer determination. And now that guy is lining up in a Cowboys uniform. And it's honestly kind of poetic when you think about it, because the Cowboys have always been at their best when they had a strong running game, from Emmitt Smith to DeMarco Murray to Ezekiel Elliott in his prime, and Chubb is that kind of player. A true tone setter who forces defenses to respect the ground game and opens up the passing game in the process. And speaking of that, this move might just be the best thing to happen to Dak Prescott in years, because with Chubb in the backfield, the Cowboys can run play on effectively again. They can control the clock, wear down defenses, and take pressure off Dak in those crucial third down situations where in the past he's had to do too much. And that's exactly how you win football games in January, by being able to control the pace, pound the rock, and make defenses guess every single down. And this is the kind of move that lets Kellen Moore or whoever is calling plays now truly open up the playbook, because Chubb can do it all, short yardage situations. Infield cuts, blocking and pass protection, and he's even improved his hands out of the backfield, which adds another layer to his game and gives the Cowboys even more versatility on offense. And let's also consider the leadership factor here, because while Chubb isn't a flashy, loud presence, he leads by example, by putting in the work, staying humble, and setting a standard of excellence that can only elevate the young guys around him, and you better believe that kind of leadership matters. ESP. He receivers to the quarterback to the defense, yes, even the defense, because if the offense can sustain drives and eat up clock, that keeps the defense fresh and aggressive, able to pin their ears back and attack rather than getting worn down late in games, and that's something we've seen too often in recent seasons. The defense playing well early but collapsing late because the offense couldn't stay on the field, and that's where Chubb makes such a massive difference, by helping the team win. The time of possession battle and keeping the chains moving, and let's not forget the message this sends to the rest of the league, because when the Cowboys make a move like this, everyone takes notice. And this signing says loud and clear, we're not just trying to make the playoffs, we're trying to win it all, and you know what? It feels different this time. It feels like the front office finally understands that talent alone isn't enough, that you need grit, you need experience, and you need eaters who know how to finish games and handle pressure, and Nick Chubb is exactly that, a guy who has been there, done that, and is hungry to prove he's still one of the best in the game. And don't even get me started on the fan reaction, because social media has been going absolutely wild since the news broke, with Cowboys fans from all over the world chiming in, posting highlights, making hype videos, buying jerseys, and just soaking in the energy of a team that finally feels like it's taking steps in the right direction. And yes, there will be doubters, there will be skeptics who say Chubb is past his prime or that he's coming off an injury, but let me tell you something, if you've followed Nick Chubb's career, you know that betting against him is a losing game, because this man has overcome adversity time and time again, and he's coming to Dallas with a fire burning in his chest and a mission to complete, and for Cowboys fans who have waited far too long to see this team return to Lori, this might just be the spark we've needed, so here's what I want you to do. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let me know how excited you are about Nick Chubb joining the Cowboys. Tell me what you think this means for our Super Bowl chances, and if you're as fired up as I am, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel for all the latest Cowboys news, and share this video with every die-hard fan you know, because this is more than a signing, this is a new chapter, a new energy. And maybe, just maybe, the beginning of something special in Dallas. So saddle up, because the Cowboys just got a whole lot more dangerous, and the road to the Super Bowl just ran straight through the legs of Nick Chubb, and I, for one, cannot wait to see how it all unfolds. So get ready, get loud, and let's go Cowboys.